They're going to change your name from Invisible Lat Ingrid to Wide Lat Waldo after this workout, brother. Welcome back to Self-Built. Today we're going to do a training video. I'm going to show you some great ways you can really help thicken up your back, get a stronger back with some very simple exercises. It's been a little bit since I've done a training video, so I'm excited to share another one with you guys. I like to break up my back workouts into a full pull down day and a full row day. Today is a pull down day, and I love pull-ups. Pull-ups are one of my favorite body weights, and I consider a compound exercise too because it involves so much muscle and strength to where if you're able to do pull-ups on your own, it's a very impressive feat to be able to do. I'm going to share a couple supersets with you guys so you can get through this workout much quicker, turn up the intensity, and have a lot of fun along the way. Well, let's jump into this. First superset is going to be a combination of close grip pull-ups and some close grip pullovers with the cable. I like to switch between a fixed pull-up to a wobbly type of pull-up. Both of them feel great and you feel it a little bit different in different ways, but something that I really like, I'm able to use these handles, which makes pull-ups feel excellent on my elbows. With it having a neutral grip, it's just a lot more comfortable. I feel like I can get better lat engagement with this particular setup too. So I'll play with different grips back and forth, but this close neutral grip is definitely one of my bread and butters. I like to start with a close grip pull down because it feels like it just gets more of a stretch and more of a squeeze throughout the whole range of motion. With your elbows closer together as opposed to wide apart, you can feel the difference that you get more range of motion the closer your elbows are in, and it helps engage more of the lats. Takes a little bit of the shoulders and arms out so you can feel it that much more. Second exercise is going to be close grip cable pullovers. I'm playing with close and close grip just because it makes it fun and it really helps you focus in and fatigue those muscles that you're already trying to kill. Pullovers are one of the greatest lat isolating exercises because it really gets you through that full range of motion with your elbow up to your head all the way down to your side. There's really no other back exercise that gives you that type of range of motion, and you can really hone in on some great muscle activation too. One of the big things I'm keeping in mind during this workout is to really slow down the concentric on pull downs or pullovers. Really anything helps you get so much better muscle-mind connection, and it really helps you get a harder workout without you having to use as much weight, which is pretty nice. And then as I go down to the bottom, I'll give it a little bit of a stretch time if I remember, and then I'll explode up to the concentric part and just repeat. It just really helps obliterate, especially if you're used to doing body weight pull-ups and just body weight isn't much of a challenge anymore. If you slow it down, I can guarantee you it's gonna humble you really fast. Same with any other exercise that you're doing if you use this method. My last set on pull-ups, I did that same really slow tempo, tried to do as many reps as I could. Once I hit failure, I rested for a little bit, caught my breath, and then I went and just tried to do higher tempo workouts, just trying to get as many reps as I could, as clean as possible, you know. And then I would rest and repeat till I feel like I got a good enough workout. I really like drop sets, and these are kind of like a tempo drop set in my mind to where you can use the same weight, but if you change the tempo, the weight becomes lighter or heavier. A twist that I like to do on my pullovers when I'm focusing on a pull down day, which is today, I like to at least make sure that I'm focusing on that top half range of motion because that's where I get an incredible stretch on that pull down type of motion. It really helps me feel like I'm getting a great stretch and filling up the width in my lats. So I just really like to crank those out, even if they're smaller, what I call baby reps or partials. I'll do as many of those as I can do until I'm feeling satisfied. By the time you finish that first superset, you're gonna have such a great pump, feeling good, feeling warmed up, and feeling ready for the next one. I'm really digging the feel of pull-ups today, so I'm gonna be doing a wide grip after the close grip. Gonna be doing the same tempo as much as I can anyways. I mean, fatigue is kicking in from the previous one, but I'm gonna try to do as many slow reps as I can. I really feel this zero in on the upper part of my lats, really on that width up there. Feels really good. So just try to do as many as you can. If you have to, change up your tempo. As I'm about to show you on my last set, I do like to incorporate some sort of assistance just to get a little bit of extra squeezing, a couple more reps out. So I'm gonna add a power band up top. Really helps you get a little more, and if you're not quite strong enough to do your own body weight, it's a great place to start too. Or if you want to use it as a warm-up and move into your body weight, There's a lot of different ways you can use this. On top of feeling it in my upper lats a lot more, I also feel it in my shoulders, really that upper sweep of the back. I really feel it kick in and engage those muscles a lot more as opposed to doing the close grip. To break up my back workouts into a row day and a pull down day, but I still try to hit every part of the back just using those exercises. And like before, we're gonna be doing some cable pullovers, but this time we're gonna be going wide just like we did with the last one. And this just really helps emphasize those same muscles that you were doing, but in a different fashion. The way I kind of think about this is if you do chest day, think of you doing like a bench press, very good compound exercise like pull-ups, and then you switch to doing something like dumbbell flies, something that isolates. That's kind of the same principle of doing a pull-up to a pull-over. Just really helps complement each other, and it's a great way to just help change it up and kill your back at the same time. Still focus on that slow tempo, especially on the way back up. It's sad to see people missing out on extra gains that they could have by just simply controlling the weight back up, getting a good stretch, and getting that muscle-mind connection, which can be a lot more difficult to get in your lats as opposed to some of the mirror muscles. And I'm also going to incorporate some baby reps at the very end. Just focus in on that top range of motion, just getting that really good squeeze, trying to fatigue it as much as possible. It's kind of funny because when I'm doing pull-ups, this top range about right here is where I'll really feel the fatigue, and then when I'm doing row days, it's mostly towards the bottom half. So it really helps you kind of zero in on which area of the back you want to focus on. I mean, I like to do full range until I hit failure, then just focus on the part that I'm trying to really hit that day. For my last and final exercise today, I'm going to call it incline pull downs, just because that makes the most sense. I've got a bench that's set at an incline, and I'm just going to be doing some pull downs with these fun little handles. These are awesome. They're basically like having Versa grips built into it. Makes it to where you really don't have to squeeze very much. Same with those V-bars that I was using. Just having a grip that doesn't rotate makes back day that much better, to where you just don't have to focus on squeezing, just focus on driving those elbows back and getting a good squeeze on those lats. What I'm going to do on this is I'm going to do 2 arms at a time, but I'm going to do unilateral training at the same time. One thing that I'm not a big fan on with unilateral training is it just takes so dang long. I try to get my workouts done quicker if possible. And when you're doing one side at a time, it just takes that much longer. So what I'm going to do is, as I pull it down, I'm going to have my unused arm holding that weight. So I'm still getting that squeeze, little bit of fatigue, and I'm just going to alternate back and forth. Really helps us focus in on getting that muscle-mind connection and finding a nice neutral-ish grip with these as I'm going down, just to whatever feels the best. There's a few reasons I'm using a bench as opposed to just sitting right underneath it and just doing it. My handles are just too low to where I don't get a full stretch at the top, so that's out. Got to get that full stretch. So what I do is I scoot myself back, and then I'm using this to try to get that same angle as I'm going to be pulling down, because if you're able to keep that same angle at least relatively close to a normal pull down, it's going to be pretty dang darn close to doing a normal one without losing anything. And some cool added benefits is you get some chest support. That way you don't have to use as many muscles to stabilize. You can just fully focus on just driving that elbow back and fatiguing the heck out of those lats. I like this exercise because you can really focus in on each side of your lat, get an excellent stretch, and just really help build that muscle-mind connection just that much more. I know I've repeated it a lot, but back is one of the hardest muscles to get that connection. So you really want to be paying attention to what you're doing and try to focus in on the proper muscles so you can get that growth and progression that we're all working for. On my last set, I really just tried to milk it for as much as I could. I might have thrown a little bit of body English into it, but you know what? I'm just trying to get as much fatigue as possible and have 98% perfect form, or at least as good form as I can do. On those last few reps, if you're just doing some partials, maybe throwing a little bit of body English into it, go. As long as you're able to fully focus in on tension on whatever muscle that you're training, just keep doing that. Feel it out while you're doing it, and if you're able to fully focus on just that muscle, then keep on going. And that is the end of this video. This is a really simple and effective back workout you can do whether you're at the gym or in your home gym. All I used was something to do pull-ups off of, and then I had a cable stack, something that you can build or find very accessible at any commercial gym. Give this a try. I can guarantee it's going to feel awesome and you're really going to enjoy it. If you have any critiques or if there's other things that you think would make it more fun, let me know in the comments below. I love to hear what you guys think. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more awesome exercise videos, then don't forget to watch one of these videos over here. And don't forget to punch in our ticket on that gain train. And we'll see you next time on Mo Self Built.